there are a lot of fun fighters in every division in the UFC. A lot of great fighters. A lot of guys who will just pick up the pace, put it on you, whether it's on the ground or it's on the feet. They'll just always bring the fight no matter what. And I will be going through my favorite personal fighters to watch in every division. These are fighters I see and I'm like, oh, that's going to be a banger. Oh, they're going to get a fight of the night bonus. They're getting a fight of the night bonus. They're all getting fight of the night bonuses. And I'm going to be going through it right now. Now, this is literally like 3 hours before the start of the prelims on UFC 299. And I'm just going to really quickly be going through this. I have a fighter who's on that card on this list. So I put it on before he's even possibly won or lost on that fight, and I'll probably stand by putting him on there even after that. So let's just get right into it. Oh. First off, we got Manel Kape. This guy's got fast-paced striking battles. He's got a granite chin. In his fight against Felipe dos Santos, he was eating right hands that were whipping his head back. He ate a spinning elbow that landed right on his chin. And he responded with his own spinning elbow. And it wasn't like Royval versus Kai Kara France, where Royval got dropped with a right hand and then responded with a spinning elbow. No, he got spinning elbowed right on the chin, tanked it, was standing right in front of the guy, and then just spun his own spinning elbow. He's a Chad. He's dropped all 4 of his last opponents. He's super fast. He has fast hands. He has precise hands. This guy's really good at finding the mark. He has high-level striking. He has really high-level striking. And he has some heat in him. He carries some heat, bro. He carries heat. You don't want to get touched by this guy because he will drop you. And the guy showboats mid-fight. He'll showboat mid-fight. That makes it more fun. He was doing some Sean O'Malley basketball type shit in his last fight against Dos Santos. He was holding his hands behind his back and then jabbing Dos Santos in the face. He makes it a fun fight always. He's always going to bring the fight. And, yeah, he's just Manel Kape. He's there to give you a performance, and he's there to entertain, and that's what he does. Next up. People may be looking at this like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Why are you not gonna say Corey Sandhagen? Why are you not gonna say Chito Vera? Why are you not gonna say Sean O'Malley? I'm going with Vinicius Alvarenga. I know he only has one fight, but dude, he's shown how entertaining he can be. I know in that first like round and a half, it was kind of boring. He was getting held down, but dude, he's chaotic on the feet. He's got that one-shot knockout power. He showed his one-shot knockout power in his hands in his Contender Series fight. He landed a left hook that didn't even look like it connected perfectly, and it fucking slumped the guy. It killed the guy. He's chaotic on the ground. He can reverse positions and shift momentum instantly. When he reversed positions against his last opponent, whatever I forget his name right now. The name is like leaving me right now. But when he reversed the position, immediately when he got on top, throwing down hammer fist, fucking smashing him with ground and pound, fucking working him, almost finishing the fight. He went from almost getting to finish to almost finishing him in the second round. And then in the third round, he got one of the most violent knockouts I've ever seen. It is a knockout of the year contender. He got a flying knee after destroying this guy's leg. And in the third round, he was piecing him the fuck up. He was fucking piecing him up. And I'm glad he finished the fight, because if he didn't, you could make an argument for him losing the second round regardless. And he said, no, I'm not going to let this go to a decision. And he got a flying knee that fucking landed perfectly on the guy's chin and slept him cold. And he speaks English. Dude, this guy can make some good call-outs. He can get some call-outs. He can get other fucking people he can get some more fun fights, dude. I just see a lot of potential with this guy. I see a lot of potential. And I think his next fight is gonna be more entertaining than this one. He's gonna get something crazier than this one. Probably not, but you know, he might. Dude, maybe he gets a fucking spinning wheel kick in his next fight. We never know. But that's my pick for bantamweight, Vinicius Alvarenga. We got Super Sodiq Yusuff. Now again, people are probably gonna be like, oh, why aren't you gonna pick Josh Emmett? Why aren't you gonna pick, like, Brian Ortega? Why aren't you gonna pick Ilia Topuria? They're all good too. But I'm going with Sodiq Yusuff because, you know, this guy got, like Ilia Topuria, he's got heavy hands and good boxing. And he's always willing to fight. He's always willing to throw down with anyone. This guy has the heart of a lion. He never gives up. In his last fight against Edson Barbosa, originally when I saw it, I kind of had a bad take on it, which was Sodiq Yusuff has no heart, he has no cardio, he didn't train to win, and he's a fucking bitch. I take it all back. Upon rewatching, and upon some thoughts, and some time to process it, I realized something. He has all the heart in the world. He put on a fight of the year contender. Edson Barbosa he almost knocked out Barbosa in the first round. He got spinning wheel kicked in the third that landed on his head. He survived. And the guy went 5 rounds. He was always throwing. Always throwing. Each fighter was landing like 30... They were each landing at least like 35 significant strikes around. Each fighter landed like damn near 200 significant strikes. They were constantly throwing back and forth. He was eating fucking mean shots to the body, and he was just walking forward, just hoping. Eventually, he started getting backed up, but he was just hoping. He was never giving up. And I'm looking. Does he have stretch marks? Are those stretch marks? I don't think those are stretch marks. I think that's just him being so much of a Chad. But no, the guy, he always brings the fight, and his next fight against Diego Lopez, I think he's got it. Moving on. Viacheslav Borshchev. A lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, well, now this guy's really just being fucking weird. There's been Benoit Denise. There's fucking Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. I know. But everybody knows about Justin Gaethje. Everybody looks at Justin Gaethje. He's like, oh, he's on this card. It's going to be awesome. Everybody looks at Dustin Poirier. Oh, he's going to be on this card. It's awesome. You know, that'd be like me saying, who's my favorite light heavyweight? Alex Pereira. Who's my favorite lightweight? Charles Oliveira. Who's my favorite featherweight? Volkanovski. No. I'm not picking someone that everybody knows is already fun and awesome. I wanna like showcase some of the other guys who aren't maybe as known, who are awesome. And that's why I picked Viacheslav Borshchev. So he's had some stinkers. But you know what? That's not even his fault. Mark Jacasey, he's not exactly known for being the most entertaining fighter. Okay, when this guy is put against someone who was willing to strike with him and who was willing to throw hands with him, he will put on a performance of a lifetime. This guy on the feet, fucking fast hands, kickboxing champion, I'm pretty sure. Super diverse striking. He will mix up his game. He'll throw like a 6-punch combination starting to the bot. He'll throw like body jab, right hand, body leg kick. And you'll be like, what the fuck just happened? At UFC 295, he had a super entertaining fight against Nazim Sadikov, where he was fucking piecing it up in rounds 1 and 3. And then in 2, he almost got finished. And then he survived. It went piecing him the fuck up in round 1, landing like 50 significant strikes, to almost getting finished in round 2, to back to piecing him the fuck up in round 3. The dude never gives up. Incredible striking, incredible diversity in his strikes. He's fast-paced. He's not just sitting there just always finding his range. He's sitting there throwing 1-2s, chopping away at leg kicks, ripping to the body, setting up combinations like fucking 1-2-3. He's always throwing like 1-2-3s, fucking 2-3s. The fucking like, he switches up his stances. The guy's fucking awesome. I like the guy. He's got a fight coming up against Chase Hooper. I think he knocks out Chase Hooper. I hope he does, because Chase Hooper's 24, and Borshchev is like 10 years older than him. And I want to see Borshchev get as far as he can in the division with the time he has left. Welterweight, we got Jack Della Maddalena. Some of you guys are really going to be mad at this one, because you're like, why are you not picking Shavkat Rakhmonov? He's awesome, 100% finish rate. Kind of had a stinker in his last fight. Yeah, he got the submission. He held Wonderboy up against the cage the entire time. Tried to trip him. And just like was just kind of held him up against the cage the entire time. JDM, you can say the Holland fight was as boring as you want. That was a good fight. Dude's got heavy hand, great combinations. In that fight against Holland, he found his way inside the pocket and was ripping like 5-punch combinations, landing clean on Holland. He did it against guys like Randy Brown. He found his way inside the pocket, dropped Brown, and subbed him in one round. He has a granite chin. Holland landed like 3 right hands that like whipped his head around, and JDM just like walked forward through it, ate it like it was nothing. And Holland's got good power. I just think that even in his fight against Hafez, he was eating big shots, and he was throwing big shots back. JDM is a fun fighter. I think he would knock out Ian Gary, because fuck Ian Gary. JDM is the only person who would fuck his wife. JDM wouldn't let his nutritionist fuck his wife. You know what he would do if he found his nutritionist fucking his wife? He would punch him in the fucking face. Like a fucking Chad. JDM is just a fun striker. He'll rip to the body. Rip like 5-punch combinations. He's like... He's like Viacheslav Borshchev. But without, he's not as chinny. And honestly, I think he's more so like... He's kind of like Ilia Topuria. He kind of fights like Ilia Topuria. I just don't think he has as high level as a ground game as Topuria. But he definitely has equal power. He has fucking just as good of combinations. His ability to get inside the pocket is as good, I think. So, yeah. That's my pick. Middleweight. My boy, my GOAT. Gregory Rodriguez. Some of you guys might be like, Rodriguez, Hamza. Fucking. A lot of my picks are fucking weird. Some of you guys are going to be like, why not Rodriguez? Why not Hamza? Why not Sean? Because Gregory Rodriguez is awesome. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Okay, he's a Chad. He got one of the nastiest cuts on his forehead. Saw it on the fucking huge screen. He saw how bad his cut was. He looked at it and he was like, oh, fuck, that's nasty. And he laughed at it. Okay, the guy's either getting knocked out or knocking you out. He somehow always gets hurt whenever he gets touched. It always makes it entertaining because you'll see him get wobbled and be like, oh. He's a jiu-jitsu world champion, and he just decides to fuck you up on the feet just because he just feels like it. He's better than Rodolfo Vieira, another jiu-jitsu world champion, because Rodriguez doesn't gas out in one round if he doesn't get a submission. And honestly, he would probably beat Rodolfo Vieira. Because Gregory Rodriguez is a Chad. He's bigger, he's taller, and he has really good striking. I mean, he was able to take down Brad Tavares sometimes. And I know Brad Tavares isn't the same as he was, but Dude, Brad Tavares got some of that legendary takedown defense. Alright? Brad Tavares has legendary takedown defense. There's no other way around it. So I think it was just a great performance. I think Gregory Rodriguez is a fun fighter. He always brings it. He's just a fight in the night kind of guy. You look at Gregory Rodriguez on a card, and you always know that you're gonna get an entertaining performance. Light heavyweight, we got my boy Khalil Rountree Jr. The guy fights like a high school bully. He has some of the meanest low kicks. That says meanest, but it's meanest low kicks and body kicks I've seen. He's a guy who's, despite being so nice, being such an emotional and nice dude, literally has one of the most intimidating auras in the UFC. If you look at how this guy fights, you would and how he looks, you would think, dude, this guy would fucking grab your girl by the neck, punch her in the face, and then shove her head up your ass just because. And then if you talk to this guy, if you heard this guy talks and not how he looks, you would think he looks like Chase Hooper. He's just one of the nicest guys who is the most... he's so nice, and he's so fucking intimidating. And like half of his fights, if you get dropped, his ground and pound is so nasty with his hands, sometimes he won't even use it. He'll just fucking kick you in the body. He'll just stomp you in the body. If you're on the ground, he'll just like stomp your body and kick you in the body. Like he's fucking jumping you. Dude, the guy's fucking scary. I know he kind of got a robbery decision over he kind of got a decision he didn't deserve against Dustin Jacoby, and it's kind of benefited him because Jacoby is now out of the rankings and Rountree's now into the top 10. But dude, the guy's brutally knocked out Anthony Smith. Brutally knocked out Chris Daukaus. The guy has heat in his hands. Fucking. When he knocked out Anthony Smith, he fucking walked over, hand in the air, just fucking marching. He didn't want to hit Anthony Smith, but he had it loaded up if the ref wasn't going to stop it. And so I think the ref saw the hammer fist he had ready. He's going to be like, oh, I think Anthony Smith is still in it. He still has the will to fight. And then he saw the fucking hammer fist that Rountree had loaded up, and he was like, never mind. Never mind, this guy's going to fucking kill him, bro. He's going to fucking kill him. Dude, he's a fucking menace. He's a menace. Built like a fucking... Dude, he's got... His abs are more muscular than my biceps. His abs have more of a peak than my bicep. That's fucking terrifying. I don't ever want to see that in a fighter. He's so fucking scary. Heavyweight, we got Tom Aspinall. I'm a Tom Aspinall dick rider. I say it right here, right now. I think he beats John Jones. This guy's knocked out. He's flatlined Pavlovich. He has the fastest average fight time in the UFC. 100% finish weight. This guy, he doesn't linger on the feet. He doesn't linger on the ground. He's either going for the knockout or he's going for the submission. He doesn't waste time trying to get either. He has great boxing. He has great BJJ. And he beats John Jones. Suck my fucking dick. He does. The guy just... He does not waste time in a fight. He has that killer instinct. When the guy sees an opportunity, he takes it. Wastes no time. Awesome fighter. Awesome guy. Fucking... I'd like to fight John Jones. It's my dream fight. I think I'd beat John Jones, honestly. What a Chad. What a Chad. They offered him Stipe? Yes. Stipe ducked him. Probably offered him John. Just probably said yes. John ducked him. And I know for a fact there's going to be someone in the comments, oh, he lost to Curtis Blades. He blew his fucking knee out, dude. He blew his knee out. We saw what Pavlovich did to Blades. And then we saw what Tom did to Pavlovich. I think it's safe to assume that Aspinall would obliterate Curtis Blades. And I think he obliterates Jailton Almeida. I think he obliterates Cyril Gane. And after seeing what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou, I think he would knock out Francis Ngannou. And honestly, Tom Aspinall would probably knock the fuck out of Tyson Fury. And Aspinall would probably... He'd probably get beat by Anthony Joshua, I'll admit that. But I think he could make it to, like, the 8th round. I don't know why it took so long just, like, staring and doing nothing. I'll cut that out. But I don't know why. I just, like, for some reason I like was just like imagining in my head like Francis versus Joshua in an MMA match, and like he like chops the low kick, but Joshua times it and drops him, and so he shoots it on a takedown, and then he just gets Joshua down and he just starts like throwing ground and pound and puts out Joshua cold with ground and pound. I don't know why, but I just imagined it. But yeah, Tom Aspinall is my favorite heavyweight right now. Most entertaining to watch. I see him on a card, I'm like, I can't wait to see a first round knockout. And yeah. Bye bye!